Hey guys, it's Beth, and today I have a project share of some of the smaller projects I've made using my school pad from CraftSmith. And yes, this is about what I'm going to have left of this pad will be the strip of pad cover. I used some of the rest of the pad cover to I'm making some bookmarks out of that. But I made 7 12 by 12 pages out of this pad, and I apologize for any glare from the pictures. It's just the way my light shines. I can't get rid of the glare. And since I hadn't done any pictures from my second grader's school career thus far, I decided, since it was a school pad, to focus on school pictures. So I started with her first day of kindergarten, which was in July of 2016. She is currently finishing up second grade, so better late than never, right? But all the paper on this page is from the school pad. And the funny thing is, I was wanting to use the school themed paper, for school themed pages, and I ended up not using many of the pages with the school images. I used more like the generic pattern types. Kind of defeated the purpose. But anyway, I still got her kindergarten year scrapbooked finally. So these borders here are from the pad, as is this little ruler strip here. And then the cut apart down here is also from the pad. And since she's now almost a third grader, has better handwriting and spelling, I decided to let her fill out the little journal card and answer the questions, rather than, I thought it would mean more with that than my handwriting. The other embellishments, the stickers, all came from a sticker pack that I used up, and I don't have the packaging anymore. But they were also EK Success stickers, so very similar to this pack. I added a little bit more to these groupings than I normally would have. Like all the extra stars I didn't originally plan to use. But once I did my main groupings here, I realized I was only going to have a few of the little stickers left in the pack. And I decided to go ahead and use them all up, so that would help me complete one of my April crafty goals of using up an entire pack of embellishments. So a little bit more than I would normally do, but I'm okay. I'm good with that. At least I used up a pack of stickers. So this is her page. I have one very similar to for my album. This strip down here, I actually took a picture of her name strip at her desk at kindergarten orientation, and then just cut down the picture of that. And then also in my page, I have a little tag up here, which it's a little letter, or I took a picture of the letter that her kindergarten teacher gave all the parents, I guess, and I don't think that's going to focus on those tiny little words, but it's just a little letter about the first day of school, and it's about letting your child go and trusting that they're going to be okay. And so I saved that because it did make me cry a little when I read it when she started kindergarten. So that was her first day of school, and then I also did her last day of kindergarten. So again, I used none of the school image paper. I used just this geometric pattern in like purple and white, because purple and white are their school colors. And then another one of the cut aparts for the last day of school. And again, I had her go ahead and fill that out. And then there's a strip down here that's also pattern paper from the pad that kind of coordinates with the journal card. And then there was one of the patterns in the pad was just a sheet of different colored letters all across the page, like in the alphabet. And so I fussy cut out the E for Ellie. And then on this page, I made my own little journal card just to do a little more detail about her year of kindergarten. And I made it so that it looked very similar to the big journal card that came from the pad. Wanted it to kind of mirror that. So then I also did a little banner strip up here with paper, more of the purple and orange plaid, and then some plain orange, and then added some little graduation stickers on there. And these little stickers came from a long time ago. I had a calendar where you tear the page away every day, and the pages were actually stickers. So the stickers corresponded to whatever the time of the month that they were in the calendar. So this would have been like May, sometime in May. So I've had them forever. I've been trying to figure out how to use them up and decided to put them there. And then this little You Did It cut apart was a little circle element cut apart from the pad. Those were her sets. That's her set of pages, and then I have one that's very similar, except for I did not put stickers on my banner. I kind of used some of those. These are more graduation cap stickers from that calendar, but these were bigger, and so I just kind of scattered them across my 2 pages. So I have the coordinating journal cards again, and then I also fussy cut a letter for my page as well. And then my last page is actually for my youngest daughter, and if you watched my Crafty Goals update video that I did a few weeks ago at the beginning of May, you kind of heard me talk about this a little bit, so I won't go into a lot of detail, but basically the year before my youngest was starting kindergarten, our library decided to issue a challenge for preschoolers to read 1,000 books before they started kindergarten. So we knew we only had a year, but we love books. My girls and I love books. And so we decided to accept the challenge. So between my husband and I, over the course of that year, we managed to read 1,000 books with my daughter. So she was excited. The library made a big deal about it. She got to go on the Wall of Fame. So it was cool. So I decided to document this for her. So the background paper, the polka dots, again, didn't do any school image paper, but just the generic polka dots, that came from the pad. This 1,000 up here was part of my title. I did fussy cut that from the black and white number page that was in the pad. And then here again, I fussy cut out some more letters from the pad as well, and then had to add my own S, because these were cut out of scraps, and at that point I didn't have any full S's left. So I also fussy cut out her initials, AJ. And as far as embellishments go, the good job and the wow were from a separate cut apart sheet that I had pulled out to go with this pad kill. Just punched out my own stars out of the corresponding cardstock. And then the books I stamped, colored, and fussy cut out from this I Love School stamp set from TPC Studio that I found at Hobby Lobby. So those were my 12 by 12 pages. And then I also did another little quick and dirty mini album. This is actually made out of 5 by 7 inch envelopes. And a year or so ago, 2 years, I don't remember, I had found a video where they made scrapbooks out of envelopes. And basically you feed the point of one envelope into the opening of the other, and you glue them together that way. And then you kind of keep repeating. There's a format to it, but you keep repeating that, and then that's what makes your album. So I had an album already left that was put together but not decorated, and so I decided to pull it out and just decorate it with paper from this pad. So I didn't do a video because I didn't actually make the album. The pages structure this time, that was already done from the past. I just decorated it. So I just took paper from this pad. I didn't embellish it. It will be kind of a $low scrapbook for my craft shows. I like having that range where, a child could afford to buy this one on their own and decorate it. They could buy stickers and decorate it, or just add their pictures or whatever. So that's kind of my reasoning on this one. But I did add a little title here. The Smarty Pants was a cut apart from the pad, and I backed it on white cardstock. And then the strip down here at the bottom with the script letters, that was also a border strip that I just did a scallop border punch on, and then I just used a strip of white cardstock to cover my binding over here. And then my last project was a set of Post-it note holders. So this is just the 3x3 size. I make these all the time. Standard Velcro closure. So on this one, I liked the arrows. It kind of gave it a whimsical, dreamy quality in my mind. And so I went ahead and stamped Dream on some white cardstock, and then added some red little rhinestones to kind of dress that up. And then I did a little mini version of that one as well with one of the mini pads. Again, went with the Dream, and this time did some real tiny red rhinestones on there. And then my last one, this has already been claimed by my daughter, because when I had cut these both down at the same time and had gotten them both scored and went to put the pad in on this one and realized, I don't know if you can even see it in the video, but there's like a tearing along this side, and it must have been the top of the page, and so when I pulled it out of the pad, it tore away a little bit of the underside of that paper. So my daughter said she didn't care, she would still use it, so this is the one I made for her. So I kept it simple on the front and just put a nice positive message that I liked, which says, "Be awesome today." So those are some of my smaller, simpler projects that I made using this pad. Hopefully you got some good ideas out of this. If so, please give this video a thumbs up, and that also lets me know if you like these types of videos. If you have any questions about any of the projects, or if you have a favorite of the projects, let me know that in the comments below. Otherwise, I thank you guys so much for your time today. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, because I have more projects to come from this pad, as well as more ideas in the future on how to continue to use up your paper. So have a great rest of your week.